So it's been a while, and as you guys can see from the title, this is like a video of no actual value. Like, it's just me stating my opinion about things, ranting about stuff, and yeah. So, yeah, I just double check my phone because I need to have a list of things I'm gonna talk about. Because I have the worst goddamn memory. Yeah, I also had to check messages. I know people are social with me. Dangerous stuff. But here we have mm, fat nuggets because, well, he hasn't been in my videos. I don't remember last time he was in a video, but I know it's not a lot. Oh my god, we share skin color because it's bright outside and I can't stand the sun. Like, honestly, it's a joke because if you take like antidepressants like serotonin and all of that stuff, you have a harder time regulating your body heat. So it will be worse in the summer. Like, yeah, I am crying. Like, I couldn't handle heat even before, like, at all. And now you're telling me it's worse? But anyway, let's get into. So, first of all, Twisted Wonderland manga. I have all of the Hearts a Bill, the first series of it in manga, and I recently got Savannah Claw. I would like have had a heads up on the main character change. Like, I'm so not against it. I really like that they do different main characters depending on the series, since it is you're playing the main character, so everyone will have different name, be different, and all of that. But it would have been nice to have a heads up. I got very confused. Go from like super macho dude to macho woman. I don't know, she's in martial arts and all of that. I only have the first volume, so you don't really get that much. But yeah. And so far, I really like it. Like, it. I am very biased because, as like a preteen, young teen, Black Butler was like everything. So the fact that it's drawn, the game, the manga, all of that, is the same designs as in Black Butler. But either way, that was that. And then we have the live action films. So I have already told you guys just a little short on my community posts here on YouTube what I thought basically about it. So to be honest, I haven't watched a single Disney live action movie before Lilo and Stitch. So yeah, I'm not that good of like actually telling you guys how Disney overall have made their live action movies. I mean, I have heard kind of good things about them, but I'm not really sure. So, I mean, except for Snow White, everyone knows that. Just. But yeah, Lilo and Stitch. They remade all the songs, which I absolutely hate. Like, I had the songs on my phone from the original, the animated one. And I just love most of them. Like Hawaiian Roller Coaster. I don't even remember what the Hawaiian name is, but a song for Lilo. So like the fact that they like made the songs, they took the songs and they made like the same song but kind of also a new song. So like with Hawaii Roller Coaster, I got like the same for a few seconds and then it started like being something else. No. um I don't know why they pugified Stitch. Like the whole they pressed in his nose and all of that. You know, they kinda pugify him. You know, like pugs before were like normal dogs. Like they had a full nose and all of that. And now they, yeah, we know how pugs look like. So they gave Stitch the pugify look. I don't know why they did that. Um, Nani had a whole, I wouldn't say a whole different personality, but they definitely made her look very different. Like, as a mom, she was very different compared to original. Mr. Bubbles was the, I don't know why they made him into the villain, but here we go. I do like the auntie. She cool. She cool. Um Honestly, like, why Mr. Bubbles as the bad guy and why isn't he the social worker and why everything? Okay, like it's kind of good as a movie, especially if you think live action. But if you actually compare to the original, then you're gonna have some issues. Because first of all, what's his name? Peakley, the Cyclops dude, alien dude. Where's my drag queen? Where is fancy goddamn drag queen? Like, girl, why they do him like that? He looked so good in drag, and it was so funny. Because, like, first of all, I have the Samurai and Stitch manga, and Jumba and Peakley lost their memories, and their first thing was like, okay, so apparently we're part of this society. Well, Peakley is obviously the wife, so kimono and all of that. And Jumba is the husband. So they're the best gay couple. I don't know if Peakley like counts as trans or drag queen. That's actually something to think about. But either way, yeah. It is not something I would recommend for people who are like me and Like my whole childhood was like Pokemon and Lilo and Stitch. That was my childhood. And this, I mean, as said, it's not that bad of a movie, but still it's not what I want from like the actual animated movie. And then we have How to Train Your Dragon. First of all, they use the same soundtrack. They use the exact same soundtrack. I should know, like my Spotify list is so many of How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack. Like you wouldn't know. And then, like during the credits, that was the only new song. And when they came to like where they have like all the music, they only had one song, which was that one, because they used the exact same as the animated. And you don't know how much that means to me. Because, like, I have the first Pokemon movie. There is a video on my YouTube channel that shows that I actually have two of them because I watched the first one so much that it just broke and my dad had to get a new one because I would have died if I didn't get to see that one. And then Netflix came and did their own. Pokemons were super cute. But I could tell every sentence that was changed. I could tell immediately when it was changed. It was super nice. The Swedish voice actors were the same. So I really got to live through like that childhood thing. But then it also was so obvious that the lines were changed. Like just to make it 10% different or something. And the best song that I have on my phone and like I listen to it so often. Obviously they had to make a new one and I cringe. But How to Train Your Dragon. They came with the same soundtrack. Obviously they had changed some parts, which I mean it is a different movie, but yeah, obviously that's not like as fun. But they changed some parts, but like 90% of the movie was the exact same. Like almost everything was the same or close to the same. Excuse me. And well, obviously with Toothless, he also got a little shorter nose and all of that. But the fact that Toothless is based on, I think he's actually based on like a black cat, and they make it almost even more obvious in the live action. Yes. So like no matter how you watch the How to Train Your Dragon live action, whether you have seen the original and like love it or whether you haven't seen the animated one, like it's a good movie. It is. So Lilo and Stitch is good as a separate movie, but definitely not for someone who wants the actual Lilo and Stitch. While How to Train Your Dragon is. Yeah, just go for it. I recommend watching it. Like it's worth it. And next up is Switch 2. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got a Switch very late. You can see my comparison to the PS Vita on my channel. I do like the Switch, even though the screen quality is the same as my PS Vita that came out in like 2005 or something. No, more like 2010. But either way, it's it's quite older, quite a lot older, and it's like the same in goddamn quality. But the new one, like yeah, you get better quality, but you only get a digital key card. Like you buy physical to just have a key card for a console that will never be yours. Like you get to have the physical thing, but if you do something they don't like, they're just gonna shut it off and you can never play it. Like I'm sorry, I'm not paying like I don't even know how much. I don't remember how much it was. But like $500 or whatever to rent a console that I have to buy $80 physical key card. Like it's not even the actual game. It's a key card so you can download it. And even if I can play it offline, why even have the key card? Why even have anything physical if I have to download it from the motherfucking internet anyway? Like if I have to download it from your fucking store or whatever the fuck, I'm not gonna do that. Like Switch 2 is probably the worst thing that they have done. At least in a very long time, because I pay $500 in a one-time transaction to rent a fucking console. Like, yeah, I get you don't want people to modify your things and you don't want them to modify the consoles. But where's the creativity? Like, at least before, mods had a lot of, like, you had to be quite creative. And then we also have the fact that I've seen online that they don't understand that people don't have to buy the like $80 key card. Most gamers have enough games to play for the rest of their lifetime. They just don't do it. So like yeah. I no, nah. I'm just not here for it. Like eh. Yeah, it's a video I've seen on Instagram. I love it. And it's like, eh. Okay, okay. No. Infinity Nikki is next up. Yeah, so I do play Infinity Nikki. I only play it like started playing like a month before it got on Steam because I don't have a PS5 and I don't think my dad wants me to come over like every day just to play that, especially when I don't have time. I would waste like 2 hours, just the trip, all of that. Was it 2.3 where they well either way the version where everything went south. Like I liked everything before that. And I did like Actually, the version that is now with that outfit, I really don't like it compared to the ones before, especially not the prince outfit. And I have seen, like, I don't care about community most of the times. I just want a nice game. But I have seen a YouTube video about everything that happened in the community. And I have to say that I I am very disappointed, and like, even outside of that, like, I'm not that into it as said. Like, it has gone down, like, the game quality, like the updates, they just don't feel the same. The outfits are not as good. Like, overall, because like I have played Love and Deep Space on and off ever since it came out. Like, it's such a huge file. Like, it's a couple of gig. So after a while, I take it off my phone because I need that space. I like to have space over. So it's like, then I sometimes download it, I play for like a month, and then I uninstall it, and then like a couple of months later, I come back and on and off all of that. Like, I really like that game. But yeah, Infinity Nick, it has gone down quite a lot. And like, I don't play like at all with others. I don't. Like, I never use chat. I never do that. In Genshin, I never have people visit my world. I never have people visit other people's world. Like, I am antisocial no matter what I do. And I just, as someone who just wants to play the game for myself, I have gotten nothing but just worse things since the update. Like, I don't wanna play with other people, so obviously the focus on that is just like, eh, meh. They, it's just so much worse. Like, I mean, I'm gonna continue to play it on and off because, like, I like the outfits. But it's definitely one of those more. Yeah, I just play it because it's not like that fun, but I still have it, and I do hope that they fix it all. Like, I do hope it gets better, but I don't know. And the last thing I want to talk about is actually something that my friend brought up, and that is social media addiction. Because my friend talked about like social media addiction, doom scrolling, and wanting to get like a Barbie flip phone. Yes, an actual flip phone that is Barbie. I want it myself, even though I don't feel like I need it. But yeah, like, and I looked up all of those like flip phones and everything, and yeah, most of it was like, get a social media detox. And I don't know if it is because I might be autistic. I don't have diagnosis yet, but yeah. Or whatever. Because, like, my dad never cared for Facebook. Um, my friends, when I started middle school, we do call it high school here in Sweden, but it would be middle school if you count like American. They like had me sign up for Facebook. And I was a bit late on the whole Instagram too. I mean, first of all, I have owned two iPhones in my whole life. And other than that, it has been Nokia and it has been Sony. So obviously, I'm not part of the trendy goddamn thing. But I have never really had a huge problem with like social media addiction or like, doom scrolling. Like, I do have my moments of doom scrolling, but it's never like something super bad. Like, it's more when I sit on the toilet at home, like when I know I am safe to doom scroll. Like, it's never something that happens when I feel like, okay, I kind of have to. I have to stop and then I can't. I mean, except with when I'm going to sleep. But I also have like chronic insomnia. I've had it since I was a kid, so it's also that I have to feel tired before I can actually try to sleep. Because if I just try to sleep without like being super tired, I will just lay in my bed for like hours. But yeah, I've never really had that problem. I understand that it is a big problem. I understand why. Like, I know I've seen a lot of documentaries because that's who I am. It's like if I'm bored, I watch a documentary or I listen to a documentary. Yeah. Either way. So I know the algorithm, I understand the dopamine and serotonin and all of that behind it. So obviously I do understand, my friend, why getting an old school flip phone with only a old school browser and no apps can actually be very good for them. But for me, like, days when days I'm just at home, like I don't have work or anything like that, my reading time is double the amount of like YouTube. And that's even when sometimes when I take a power nap, I have like a documentary on YouTube going on. So even with that, it can sometimes be the double in reading time. And most of the time with Instagram, because, oh god, yeah, I have seasonal allergies and I live in a town that is very famous for the specific tree that I am allergic to. At least it's pollen. But yeah, like with Instagram, that is the most one I use out of social media. Like, I have Snapchat. I don't even go into the app. I just have it. Facebook I go in sometimes, mostly because it's how I get updates about the neighborhood. And yeah, I have a few others. Pinterest, I guess I go into sometimes, mostly when I'm gonna draw and I want inspiration. But yeah, like Instagram can be like a third or even a quarter of the time that I spend reading on my screen time. And like, I have never seen Instagram as something other than, oh, I look at memes or I look at people drawing or cute cat videos. All of that. I have never gotten stuck in the whole like thing or being like obsessed with other people. Like, I'm not even that much for watching people play. It's mostly as Markiplier because I really like his persona. Like the personality that he shows in his videos, I really like that. But it's nothing that like I don't go on Twitch, I don't watch people like that. Like I just never gotten stuck in it. But my recommendation, just me that don't have social media addiction issues, if you have it, you can get a flip phone. And you can also have your smartphone, but you try and use it only on the weekends. Like a treat. Because when I grew up, it was more like when I was a child, it was more that like sitting by the PC was more something for the weekends. That was the fun thing to do. Yeah, I know, even as a child, it was antisocial. But like, treat your smartphone like that. Obviously, if you have an issue and you don't want to spend money on like an old school phone, I don't actually know what to tell you because like I could tell you to uninstall, but it's very easy to install again and you can just log in and you're back again. So I don't actually know how to fix that, but I hope that there is actually help for people out there because I have known since high school that apparently it's something people struggle with. That they have to take like digital detox. I don't under. That said, like I don't know if it's because I might be autistic or whatever, but my brain just never really had that issue. But yeah, that that's the end of this video. Like started off with like complaining and all of that and God knows what, and then it ended with like seek help for your social media addiction problem. Like but yeah, like if you have an issue, the first thing is to know it, and then it's something to do something about it. Like if you feel like you have an issue with something, do try over and over and over again to see if you can at least make it less of a problem. And I promise you, there is probably something out there to have self help about specifically social media. But I don't know. I don't know. Peace.